everybody, welcome to Math Made Easy. Hello my ninth graders, my name is Nidhi and I am back with the next topic here. So today we are starting the next chapter, that is statistics, and in that we will be starting with bar graphs today. So let's get started everybody. Statistics बहुत ही easy chapter है, 9th grade में भी होने वाला है, 10th grade में भी होने वाला है. So all these things that we are doing here we'll be doing again in 10th grade as well, and some extra concepts there. Okay, so let's get started everybody. First of all, raw data. What is raw data everybody? Any unorganized information that we have. For example, let's say in a class we have 30 students or maybe 40 students, और हम एक list prepare कर रहे हैं having the data of their favorite colors maybe, right? So different names will be there in the list, or their number of hours that they play there. That list we are making. So that's just unorganized form. किसी को भी हम पहले पूछ सकते हैं and that we are writing in that order in the table, right? कुछ organize नहीं किया हमने, no ordering is there, so that we call as raw data. Okay, now once we organize it, then we get different forms there and different ways to represent that data. Let's say I have placed the data in increasing order or decreasing order there. From there I can find the frequency. What is frequency there? It tells us how many times a value occurs in a data. Let's say blue is the favorite color of 12 students in the class. So blue की frequency क्या होगी? 12 there. Okay, then we can make a table there that is known as frequency table. In that we can arrange this data using tally marks. Tally marks everybody we used to count there. Okay, so let's take an example and with that let's understand this. So let's say ये data है मेरे पास for marks obtained by different students in exam जो था 20 marks का. Okay, so in that let's say students have got these marks 5, 7, 6, 5, 9, 10, 12, 15, 18, 18, 20, 16, 12. ठीक है, कुछ स्टूडेंट्स के मार्क्स है हमारे पास एंड दिस इज अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड डेटा. सो दिस इज रॉ फॉर्म ऑफ डेटा कि फर्स्ट स्टूडेंट से पूछा दिस इज द मार्क्स, सेकंड स्टूडेंट के ये मार्क्स हैं, थर्ड के ये हैं. नो, नॉट अरेंज्ड इन असेंडिंग और डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर और अकॉर्डिंग टू द रोल नंबर्स, नथिंग, जस्ट रॉ डेटा. राइट, अब यहाँ से वील बी चेकिंग द फ्रीक्वेंसी देयर, राइट, दैट मीन्स हाउ मेनी टाइम्स अ वैल्यू इज रिपीटेड. ओके, सो लेट्स जस्ट सी, अगर हम 5 की बात करें, सो वी हैव 5 हियर एंड 5 हियर, no other, so we can say the frequency of 5 is 2. Okay, 7 is there once, so frequency of 7 is once. 6 is there once, so 6 की frequency भी क्या है? 1. 9 is there once, so 9 की frequency क्या है? 1. Okay, let's check for 18. 18 is there twice, so 18 की frequency क्या है? 2. And so on. So जितनी भी unique entries हैं हमारे data set में, we can write the frequencies for that, right? Just by seeing how many times the values are repeated there. Okay everybody. अब tally से कैसे count करेंगे? एक table में unique entries हम डालेंगे. Okay. Unique values or we can say marks obtained by the students. एक column ये होगा. Then we will have the column for tally. Tally हमें बताएगी क्या frequency है. Right, rather than going back and forth in the data कि हम ढूंढे where is 5 again, one by one we'll be tackling the values and putting here. Let's say unique values we are taking here, so 5, 7, 6 is there, 9 is there, 10 is there and so on. Okay, so 5 है हमारे पास, तो 5 के सामने एक tally, then 7 है तो 7 के सामने, 6 है तो 6 के सामने, 5 is again, so put it again, right? And you know the rule for this? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 is represented by, yes, putting a line across this. So this is 5. That's it. This keeps repeating. 6 लिखना है तो 1 more here. 7, 8, 9, 10. Right everybody. So that's how we count the tallies there. We put it here and we get our frequency. So frequency है हमारे पास जिस table में, this is known as the frequency table. Okay. Now we have grouped frequency tables. That is, अब individual values की बजाय हम क्या करेंगे? Just to make our task easy, we'll be making small groups there, right? In the same table, let's say, मैं marks की entry करूँगी in a way that I have some group there. Okay, so let's say I am taking groups here of marks, राइट, एंड देन उसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी हम लेंगे. सो 2 कॉलम्स आर ऑल्सो फाइन, और इसमें भी हम टैली का यूज कर सकते हैं, टैली, एंड देन फ्रीक्वेंसी वी कैन कीप देयर. ओके एवरीबॉडी, सो जस्ट अ सेकेंड. So let's say I am making a group जिसमें है 0 to 5 marks, okay, then 5 to 10 marks, 10 to 15 marks, and finally 15 to 20 marks. Okay, so now what do I have here? I can see equal क्लासेस मैंने बना लिए, राइट, इक्वल इंटरवल्स मैंने बना लिए 5-5 के गैप पे, राइट. सो 4 ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड कर दिया है 20 मार्क्स को. नाउ आई कैन सी इस ग्रुप में कितने बच्चों के मार्क्स हैं, इस ग्रुप में कितने बच्चों के मार्क्स हैं. सो दिस टेबल गिव्स अस द ग्रुप्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी टेबल. कहाँ यूज करते हैं हम? ऑर्गेनाइजिंग लार्ज डेटा इनटू क्लासेस. दीज आर क्लासेस everybody, and you can see class size is same, 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, right. Class intervals है हमारे पास which show the pattern clearly, right. Now 0 to 5 में कितने marks हैं? Nothing. 5 will be including here. So 5, 5, 6, 7 and 9, right. All these values will come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One by one we can count. So this is done. Then 10 is there, I keep here. Then 12. Then 15. 15 आ जाएगा यहाँ. Okay. Then 18 here. Again 18 here. Then I have 20 here. 16 भी यहीं आएगा. So 5 and 12 will be here. Okay. So I have 5 values, 3 and 5. That is the frequency, right? So easily 3-4 columns में मेरा सारा डेटा ऑर्गेनाइज हो गया. नाउ आई नो, ओके, फ्रॉम हियर आई कैन ड्रॉ डिफरेंट इन्फ्रेंसेस. इफ आई हैव टू नो कि कितने स्टूडेंट्स ने मोर देन 15 मार्क्स स्कोर किए, सो आई नो 5 स्टूडेंट्स आर देयर, सो दे आर गुड. कितने स्टूडेंट्स को हेल्प की जरूरत है हु स्कोर्ड लो, दैट मीन्स 5 to 10 क्या स्कोर हुआ है, राइट. नाउ visual representation of this data can also be done. This was in the form of tables. Now let's come to the visual representation, everybody. Okay. For that we have firstly the bar graph. So bar graph क्या करेगा? It represents the data using separate bars of equal width, which with categories on one axis and frequencies or values on the other. Right? Basic चीजें देखते हैं. So we'll be having a graph. The horizontal line, the horizontal axis will be the x-axis and the vertical one will be the y-axis. जिन values को हम represent कर रहे हैं, maybe 4 sections are there, different classes are there, some years are there, वो कहाँ आएंगे? On the x-axis. And the corresponding values, जो उनकी frequencies हैं, they will be represented on the y-axis. Right? Let's say I have 4 sections there, A, B, C and D. A में 20 students are there, B में 30, C में 15 and in D we have 40 students. I have to represent this data using a bar graph, right? So क्या करेंगे? सबसे पहले यहाँ पे x axis पे क्या डेटा लेंगे? Sections A, B, C and D. Okay, so we have here A, B, C and equally spaced. Okay, always take them equally spaced. And बाद में D आएगा, right? So now for these we'll be drawing rectangular bars there. That's why we call it bar graph. Okay, rectangular bars होंगे of equal width. Let's say सबकी width हम क्या ले रहे हैं? 1 unit. Okay, so this is 1 unit here. And this 1 unit. So this is 1 unit square, a square of 1 unit, right everybody? So for A हमें क्या चाहिए? 20 value, 30, 15, 40. So accordingly we have to take the scale there on y-axis कि क्या value लें कि हमारे given graph में, given space में ये सारी values accommodate हो जाएं. We can take gaps of 5, 5 or 10, 10, right? Let's try with 5. So we have here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, थोड़ा और एक्सटेंड करेंगे 40. चलो, वी आर एबल टू अकोमोडेट ऑल द वैल्यूज, राइट. और बहुत ज़्यादा वैल्यूज होती तो हम ये गैप कम कर देते, राइट. दैट इज 5 की जगह 10 का गैप ले लेते. ओके, सो 10, 20, 30, 40 एंड सो ऑन, राइट. फॉर ए द वैल्यू इज 20. ओके देन So let's take till 20. This will be the height till 20. So this bar represents the number of students in section A. B के लिए 30. So here we have 30. Okay. This is the required bar here. For C 15. So यहाँ है 15. And for D 40. So here we will have 40. Okay, you can draw them with different patterns there or different colors there. That also works. And you can put the values here for clarity: 20, 30, 15 and 40. See, फायदा क्या है to represent things or data graphically? We can see कि even if we don't know the exact values, right? ये सारी values हटा दो, we just have the bars. कुछ inferences we can still draw there. For example, I can see the tallest bar for D section, so I can say D में maximum number of students होंगे. In C, minimum number of students are there. If I compare to, let's say, section B and section C, right? So I can say C में section B से कम students है. So all these inferences we can draw very easily without looking at the values there from the visual representation. Okay, then to draw a bar graph, what we took there everybody? A suitable scale, right? Here how do we define a scale? That 1 unit is equal to 5 students, right? एक unit क्या represent कर रहा है? 5 students there. Label the axis, right? X-axis, Y-axis, X-axis पे हमारा क्या है? Sections, Y-axis पे क्या है? Students, right? ये हम हर ग्राफ में मेंशन करेंगे, राइट? देन इक्वल विड्थ ऑफ बार्स 1 यूनिट हमने लिया एंड इक्वली स्पेस्ड, राइट? दे आर सेपरेटेड, दे आर नॉट जॉइंड देयर, बिकॉज ज्वाइन करेंगे तो विल गेट अ डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ ग्राफ देयर विच आई विल टेल यू लेटर in the chapter. Okay everybody, so what we have understood so far कि data को, raw data को हम कैसे represent कर सकते हैं using frequency tables and using bar graphs there. Now is the time to solve some questions everybody. Let's look at the first one. Right, so bar graph is given there, कुछ values given है, we have to interpret it and we have to answer the questions. So let's see क्या given है. I can see different colored bars here. X axis पे fruits है, Y axis पे number of students है. Apples, bananas, mangoes, grapes and oranges, and here I can see 0, 5, 10, 15 and so on. Okay, let's see then. The bar graph shows the number of students choosing different fruits in a class. Analyze the graph and answer the following questions. क्या question है? Firstly, most preferred fruit. Values मुझे नहीं पता. Still from the height of the bars I can tell everybody which is the most preferred food, right? That is कौन सा fruit सबसे ज़्यादा students ने पसंद किया? That is, yes everybody, the tallest bar I can see for this one, that is bananas. So that's the right answer. Next one, least preferred fruit. कौन सा fruit सबसे कम students ने पसंद किया? That is where we see the bar with the minimum height there. That is everybody, yes, oranges. Then difference between bananas and mangoes. Okay, bananas 24 students, mangoes 12 students. What is the difference? 24 minus 12, that is 12, which is the right answer. Okay, next question then. The bar graph below shows the monthly electricity consumption in units for households over 5 months. Analyze the graph and answer the questions. Let's look at the graph. ठीक है, क्या given है हमें x axis पे? months, January, February, March, April, May. Okay, units given है y axis पे where 0, 20, 40, 20 का gap है. So scale we know that here 1 unit is equal to 20 units of electricity there. Right everybody? चलो जी, first question. Maximum consumption, कहाँ है maximum consumption? I can see the maximum height here for May, right everybody? So maximum consumption is in May, that is of 160 units. Right everybody? Now next question, you all are going to answer for me. Minimum consumption. Quickly tell me in the comments where do we see the minimum consumption. Yes, कहाँ है हमारे पास सबसे छोटा height का bar? Yes, the rectangular bar. I can see for April, so that's the right answer. कितने units? 80 units. Right. Then difference of consumption between March and February. Okay जी, March और February को देख लेते हैं. In March, how many units do we have? in March 140, February 100, right? So the difference is 140 minus 100, that is of 40 units. Okay, next one, total from January and April. Okay, January और April की total units हमें बतानी है. In January how many units? 120. In April 80. So total 200 units. Right everybody. अब ये values तो हमें यहाँ given है, नहीं भी given है, so from y-axis we can read the values, right? The height is still here, देख लो कहाँ तक value आ रही है 120, so that is the value. Here it's still 100, so 100 is the value. That's how we read the values on the y-axis. Okay, next question everybody. Draw a bar graph to represent the following data on the number of students enrolled in different clubs of the school. Okay, क्या clubs है हमारे पास? Music, dance, drama, science and art. Then values are there 40, 55, 35, 50 and 30. ठीक है, from here we have in mind x-axis पे क्या आ जाएगा? Yes, different clubs. Y-axis पे number of students. So let's get started everybody. Okay then. X-axis, y-axis. Here we have different clubs. Here we have number of students. Okay. अब हमें accommodate करना है data from 30 to 55. So what we can take there? 10 का gap ले लें, right? That works. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Right? You can take any other scale. 5 का gap लेना है, 2 का gap लेना है, depending on the space you have on your graph. Okay. चलिए जी, let's start from music. So first we have music here. Okay. Now in music, what's the value given everybody? 40. So height क्या होगी बार की? Till 40. So the first one is done. Then second one is dance. In that club, how many students are there? 55. So 50 and 60. Right in the middle, we'll be having 55. Right? Till here. Okay, you can put the values here for clarity. 55. Then next है drama. Drama में कितने students हैं? 35. So height will be till 35. 30, 40. Right in the middle, we'll be having 35. So 35. Drama. Right? इसे extend कर देंगे. X-axis. Okay. Then next is science. In that the value is 50. So यहाँ है हमारा 50. चलिए जी. Last one art and in that we have 30 students. तो 30 होगी height. Art. Okay. Sometimes when what we are writing here, the words are too big or adjust nahi ho rahe hain, you can write them like this or you can write them in the bars as well. Let's say here I am writing music. Okay. Similarly in the bars you can write it. So you can always work on beautifying the bar graphs because visual representation hai. So visually sundar dikhne ke extra marks hain. Okay, no one is gonna deduct any marks for that. So we are done with it everybody. We have the x's here. We have marked everything on the x's. Suitable scale हमने लिया है. Equally spaced bars लिए हैं and bars की width भी equal है. Right? So checklist is all done and that's the solution. Next question. The number of books read by 12 students in month is as follows. 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 6 and so on. Okay. Create a frequency table. So let's get started. कितने columns लेते हैं हम everybody? 3. Right? In the first column we'll be having the number of books there. Then the tally and finally the frequency. Okay. And in this case frequency is what? Number of students there. Okay. So unique values हमें इनमें से लेनी है. 3 is a value. Okay. Then 4 is a value. 5 is a value. 6 is a value. I guess these are the unique values there. Okay जी. चलिए tally पे आते हैं. First value is 3. So 3 के सामने एक tally. Then 4. Then 5. Then 4 again. then 3, then 6, right? Then 4, then 3, then 5, 3 again, 4 and 6. Done? Now let's count the tally and let's have our frequency here. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 and 2. Let's add them up. 4, 4, 8, 2, 10, 2, 12, right? So total is coming out to be 12. जो data given था, that was also for 12 students. That means now you can always verify this. Why? क्या होता है कभी कभी, let's say एक नहीं count किया और maybe एक जगह गलत tally मैंने put कर दी, so sum अलग आएगा, right? Then we know, okay, we have to check it again, कुछ तो mistake हुआ है, so always check the sum at the end, everybody. So what have we got here? The frequency table for the books read by number of students there. Okay, next question then. Next we have the daily wages in dollars of 15 workers are given there. Create a grouped frequency table using unequal class intervals. See, equal class intervals लेना very easy, unequal उससे भी easy, right? कुछ भी हम class size ले सकते हैं, right? So let's get started. उसके लिए we have to see the trend here कि values कहाँ से कहाँ हैं, which all classes we can make, right? Now if you notice in the data, everybody, 75, 80, 85, 90, 100 and so on, already it's in, yes, increasing order. Yes, everybody? Increasing order, right? Let's say इन सबको मैं एक class में put करूँगी, इनको एक class में, इनको एक class में and so on. Right? You can decide the classes yourself. So let's say I am taking first of all a class from 75 to 100. तो मेरा class size क्या है? Class size means, yes, the maximum value minus the minimum value. So 100 minus 75, that is 25. Next class, let's say I am taking 100 to 150. तो अब मेरा class size क्या हो गया? 150 minus 100, that is 50. So मैंने unequal class intervals लिए हैं. Equal class interval means इन सब का size same है, right? Then let's say next I am taking 150 to 200. And lastly from 200 to 240, right? So मैंने क्या class sizes लिए हैं? 25, 50, 50 and 40. So unequal class intervals we have here. Now let's see इनमें value क्या होगी हमारे पास. For that again we can use tally and from there we can write the frequencies. Okay everybody, let's do that. Tally and frequency. These are the class intervals. Okay. So 75, here tally, 80, 85, 90, okay. 100 यहाँ हम include करेंगे, no. So upper limit हम include नहीं कर रहे हैं class में, in the next one will be included, lower limit हम include कर रहे हैं, right? Okay then. So 100 will come here, then 110 also here, 120, 130, 140, so cross. 150 will go to the next one, then 160, 180, 200 in the next one, then 220 and let's say in the last one we are including it, 240, right? So let's count them. 4, this is 5, 3 and 3. Let's take this sum and let's check कि हमारा data इससे match हो रहा है कि नहीं. 5 and 4, 9, 12 and 15, yes. Right? That means correctly we have put the data there. So we have got the frequency table with unequal class intervals. Okay. Next one. Okay, that was all everybody. So what we have done here, let's quickly go through that again. Let's summarize this. We understood what is raw data everybody, the unorganized form. Then we can organize it in different ways. First we क्या है in form of tables, right? It can be grouped or ungrouped, right? Individual values we can put there or class intervals we can put there. Class intervals means grouped, individual values means ungrouped data, right? From there we can put the frequency and we'll have the frequency table. So क्या क्या है हमारे पास वहाँ पे class intervals हैं, class size है, class mark is the middle value there. Okay, that you can just write here, the middle value is known as class mark there. Okay, that you can find by adding the lower limit and the upper limit and dividing by 2. So that is lower limit plus the upper limit divided by 2. Then grouped frequency tables is used for large data sets, so that class intervals में छोटी table में we can organize the data. Okay, and it use inclusive or exclusive intervals depending on the type of data. For example, in the last example what we did, lower limit हमने include की थी, upper limit exclude की थी, right? Then bar graphs, the visual representation, right, that we did. In bar graph we used equal width rectangular bars there which are equally spaced as well, right, with categories on the x-axis and values or frequencies on the y-axis. Every bar must have a clear title, everybody. Labeled axis honi chahiye, uniform scale hona chahiye. If it's used on both the axis, then on both the axis, and it's useful for displaying the real life data, like what all data we can put there: marks, population, temperature, sales, and so on, right? So what you have to do here, everybody, try the questions there and look around you what all data you come across in your daily life. Tell me in the comments and then we can discuss how we can represent it visually or in the form of tables. So thank you, everybody. That was all for today. I will see you in the next class.